stop is 34th Street, Penn Station.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Nick Nation, stand up. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. What is up, everyone? Welcome to the return of the Knicks podcast here on the Playback on the Sports Jedi Network. Yo, it felt like I'm back on the old YouTube platform solely, but we are on Playback. I think I figured this out, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, Jody Davis, Tony? We got Chef Dan in the building. We got in the building, Vernon B. Haglin. What's going on, everyone? On a wonderful Wednesday night. We got Knicks basketball. It's always wonderful when the Knicks play. Let's bring it in. Let's go. We got the play-by-play, got the call. We got all that going on. The Knicks and the San Antonio Spurs in a city that if I ever move out of Orlando, I think I'll be going to San Antonio. Let's go. Nate Dogg is in the building. What's up, Nate Dogg? What's up, YouTube? What's up, Rumba? What up, X? What is going on? Yes, indeed. You get to come on over to the Playback where you get to see the game. You get to watch along the game with us. If not, you're more than welcome to watch us on YouTube, X, Rumba, Twitch, on Assist. Yes, hit the assist. Assist will get you going. You get to see the Assist app. You get to synchronize with us. If you want to watch the game and synchronize on the Assist app, go ahead and do that. It's part of the new program. We're ready to go. We're ready to rumble. Having trouble getting into March Madness for some damn reason. I'm gonna wait until St. John's play, Nate Dogg. My only dog in the whole show is St. John's, and I'm going for St. John's Red Storm all day. But right now we're talking about the New York Knicks, who are 8.5 points favorite. They're 6-4 in the last 10 games, averaging 110.3 points a game, 43.3 rebounds, 26 assists, 8.5 steals, and 4.5 blocks per game. If you look at since Mitchell Robinson returned, you could say they're one of the second best defensive team in the NBA. So it's not just him, but everyone could get into their own lane and play better defense. But everybody's waiting on the ankle of Jalen Brunson. When he gets reevaluated in about another week, I think they'll shut him down until there's 5 games left into the season to get him acclimated, get him going, and then he a little limits restrictions for the first 2 or 3 games, and then like the final 2, no limits restriction, and he's off to the races. The Knicks get ready for the postseason, in my opinion. They're singing the national anthem in San Antonio. You could see it. If you're with us on the Playback, you could see the ladies of San Antonio singing the Star Spangled Banner. I'm ready to go. I have told you the Knicks what they are in the last 10 games. While the Spurs are 5-5, averaging 123.9 points a game, 39.7 rebounds per game, 30.3 assists, 8.1 steals, averaging 3.4 blocks in those 10 game spans, while shooting 51.4 from the field. We all know that Fox is out, Wembanyama's out, but the Knicks got to take advantage of that. San Antonio at home, they're 17-17. They're a 500 team at home, while the Knicks are 21-13 on the road. Yes, 21-13. So, wow. We got Antonio in the building. Johnny Davis, the number 1 draft pick. Salute to you. I'll see you there. Thank you for joining us this evening with us. I appreciate you guys. Again, Tony says, they don't need to rush Brunson. They'll be fine. Absolutely. Big Task at Hand is talking to us here on a Wednesday. Talk to them. Big Task at Hand is in the building. It's always great to see you, Big Task. Salute to you. And if you want to make a wager, I think I had the bet. Here we go. The Knicks are 43-24. They're an 8.5 point favorite at a -110. Over and under 226.5 points. If you get the Knicks on the money line, they're at -380. So good luck for those who are making a wagers here on a Wednesday night. If you want to put it on a parlay, go ahead and good luck. Remember, bet with your head, not over your head, and good luck. Starting lineups for the Knicks: Mikal Bridges, Miles McBride, Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, and Karl Anthony Towns are the starting 5. Tony, I want Kolak to play. I think a lot of people have been up in arms and want to see Kolak play as well. That's including yours truly. I kind of would like to see him play some minutes. some good minutes, at least in the second quarter, and sprinkle them in there around the third quarter. They kind of need that guy to break down some defense. If they could break down some, and also when Mitchell, I like him when Mitchell Robinson on the floor, or better yet, I take that back. Whenever Carl Anthony, when Carl Anthony returns from Mitch, I would like to see Kodak installed, because if Kodak can't get his offense going, you have Carl Anthony Towns, who is such a dominant scorer. Where I think if he breaks down the defense, he could get the ball to Carl Anthony Towns, where he'll get better looks at the basket, if it makes sense. I kind of wanted to see Mitch at first, but then I go, damn, they're missing offense. If Kolak doesn't want to shoot or score, then you're playing 5-on-3. So I'd rather have Carl Anthony Towns, where he could pick up the slack on offense. He is the main focal point, where Kolak could break down the defense and get Anthony Towns better looks for better assists and easier buckets. All right, so we're about to get the tip off here. San Antonio 28-39. There was a lot of high expectation. They were building well until the Wembanyama injury. We last saw this team on Christmas. Remember Christmas Day in the afternoon? It was a hell of a game for the Knicks and the Spurs. And the Spurs have went a total different way, while the Knicks continue to climb in the Eastern Conference. They're sitting third in the Eastern Conference, where a slight chance of second seed. I'm going to take this as a grain of salt. If the Knicks reach the second seed, great. But I don't think that's a position they need to play or strive for urgency, if it makes sense. I don't want to sound complacent. Win your games. Again, win all the games in front of you, but you don't need to be striving for that number 2 seed. Get healthy. Get your defense ready. Get your rotation on your defensive assignments down pat, and now then go from there. And if you happen to win those games and climb to the second seed, you're double dipping. Yeah, if it makes sense. So we got, of course, they're introducing Chris Paul, of course. You got so many other players on the Spurs. By the way, San Antonio Spurs, New York Knicks. I wanted to shout out my friend Randy, who is a big San Antonio Spurs fan. Randy, thinking of you always when we play you guys. So, Randy, salute to you. San Antonio Spurs, New York Knicks. He's a big Spurs fan, a great friend of mine. Salute to you, Randy. All right, we're almost ready to go here. Don't forget to hit that like button if you're in the YouTube app. If you're on X, what's up, X? You can see the scoreboard. If you want to come, hit the link. It'll take you right to the playback. I got a couple of league pass to give out, so you could watch the game tonight with us. You could see it if you're out of the market. If you're out of New York City market, can't see this game, don't have league pass, come on over. I got for you to see the game with us tonight, and comment and share your thoughts. Either you're a Spurs fan or Knicks fans, come on in. Oh my God, I was about to find out. I was going to ask this with the JFK files being released and all the conspiracy theories. I wanted to know, where is my agent, my super agent Argo? And he is in the chat. What up, super agent Argo? He is in the building. We'll put in a PBA. I was about to post that picture on the milk carton, but milk is so expensive. And I said, I don't know if anyone's going to buy it and see Argo, but good to see you, Argo. Great you're here. Of course, he's in the chat. We got Chris Paul, Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell, Harrison Barnes, and Jeremy Zohan are the starting five for the San Antonio Spurs. So I am ready. Crazy work hours. I hear it. You got to make that money. You got to make the money to keep the bills on. Yes, indeed. But it's always good to see you. And we were thinking of every one of you. When we don't see you, we think about you. Like, where is so and so? But great to see you. Spurs has a G League lineup tonight. Beat them. So Tony, beat them. We got to beat them. Remember, the Knicks lost a game last year in a controversial no foul call. Go out there and remember that. Remember the Alamo. Remember the game. Let's go and win. And someone keep Tracy Morgan out of the Garden. The interim coach, Mitchell Johnson. I thought it was Scott Foster who got sick, because remember there was only 2 referees to finish. They didn't want to say, but it was Morgan. All right, here we go. Tip off won by the San Antonio Spurs. We're on the way. Spurs, of course, are in their white with the black trimming. They're going to go from right to left. The Knicks are in their blue roads, and of course, they're going from left to right. And of course, Chris Paul with the basketball now. We'll give it his own hand, top of the key now. He's trying to hand it off here. Hands it off to Castle. Kicks it back out. Jeremy Zohan fakes the three, driving, pump up, and misses the rebound by Hart. Now Hart, one more triple-double will break the franchise record. Karl Anthony Towns for three, and he nails it. Three-pointer, Karl Anthony Towns. The Knicks up 3-0. Chris Paul now kicks it back out to the top to the Castle. Extra pass here to Harrison Barnes. Barnes on the wing. Barnes driving baseline. Up and under is good. So the veteran, Harrison Barnes, putting some quickness here early, gets the Spurs on the board. 3-2. First minute gone by here in the game as the ball's being moved around. McBride with the basketball now. In time to Cat. Cat turn around, fall away jumper. It's good as he falls down. Karl Anthony Towns coming up with a nice bucket. Castle driving. Castle puts it up. It's good. So Castle with the feline quickness. And just like that, it's a 1-point deficit for San Antonio. Chris, what's going on? All right, Chris, it's great to see you. As the ball goes to McBride. McBride in down to Bridges. He keeps the ball alive now. Back to Towns. Towns back to the basket. Oh, with the hook shot is good. So Karl Anthony Towns with a 7-0 start here. All 7 points by Karl Anthony Towns. Here's Castle. Castle kicks it back out of Paul. Extra pass here to Barnes. Barnes, he's going to take a three, and that's good. Harrison Barnes, he's putting up some score here. So we're all even at 7 here. The first 2 minutes, quick pace. Both teams shooting well. Knicks are 3 of 3 from the field. Spurs are 3 of 4 from the field. Now Bridges will give it a run. I don't know. He gets it back from Bridges. Bridges now baseline. Good cutoff there by the Spurs. And Bridges now will give Karl Anthony Towns back to the basket now. Karl Anthony's putting it on the floor, and Karl Anthony Towns, what he's doing is eating. First 9 points alone are Karl Anthony Towns. The first 9 are the Thundercats. Here's Castle. Castle, floater, and he gets the soft roll. All right, 9-all. Here's McBride with the ball. I'm going to give Karl Anthony Towns back to Hart. Hart to McBride. McBride, as guys are moving, they're trying to get Karl Anthony Towns. Karl Anthony Towns putting up another three, and he gets his first miss. So he was perfect, 4 for 4, 4 for 5 now. Here's Castle the other way in transition. Castle putting a crossover, pump fakes, and he got McBride on the foul. Super Argo says, we're not playing defense. It's a little early, but they have to insert themselves, yes, on some defense. And of course, right, we're waiting for some free throws, guys. Don't forget, hit the like button if you're on YouTube. If you're on X, salute. We read everyone's comment. Don't be shut out. Don't just sit there. Don't just be a spectator. Be a participant in the chat. We want to hear from you. What do you think of the Knicks? Also, if you want to synchronize with us, if it's 9:07 right now, you go right to the assist app. The assist app, the video is in the video description. You hit the assist, it'll get you right to the same exact point of my broadcast with you. So it's really cool. No one's ahead, no one's behind. D-Ross is in the building. We got D-Ross Calm Cool Collective in the chat. What's up, D-Ross? How are you, man? All right, San Antonio takes a 1-point lead. They're up 10-9. Here's McBride with the ball. McBride pulling it back now. Karl Anthony Towns one-on-one with Zohan now. So, and he has the hot touch. Towns putting it on the floor. Here's the double team. Kicks it out McBride. McBride now. Good. Shot clock at 2. He's going to have to put back the step back at the shot clock expired. He misses. Zohan with the rebound. As they want to push here. Here's a catch and shoot. Castle from 3. No, that's no good. Rebound by Anunoby. He pushes it to McBridges. Bridges up and under. He gets his own shot back. Puts up, leans in. He misses that one. Comes up short. So Knicks down by 1. Here's Chris Paul. Chris Paul now dishes. Barnes catch and shoot. And he gets the kiss off the glass 3-pointer. That was the ugly looking angle shot, but he played it off the glass. And he got it. Hart. Now Anunoby's going to answer the 3. And that's no good. Rebound by San Antonio. Here's Paul. Here's Zohan. Back to Paul. Paul now driving. Paul underneath and looked like he almost stepped out of bounds. He gives the Barnes another three, and that was no good. And the ball's still loose. The ball still comes up loose. Paul comes up with that loose ball. As the Spurs gets an extra possession, Barnes going to put another three in and out, no good. Fight for the loose ball. And let's see who's going to say off of San Antonio. Knicks will have it. San Antonio attacking the glass. So the Knicks are going to have to do their techniques, box out, put some tuckuses out, put some bodies, because the San Antonios are active on the boards. The Knicks trail here 13-9 with 7:34. Hart back to Towns. Towns catch and shoot from three. That's no good as he started hot, but he has missed his last two shots. And he's not taking, don't need to take the three attack. Here's Harrison Barnes. You got the height advantage. Barnes feeling it. Now he's working on McBride. Barnes, the veteran, driving, pump, pull up, jumper. It's good. So Harrison Barnes as San Antonio with a 6-point lead. Now McBride. Back over to Anunoby. Anunoby, and he got bumped and a lot of contact. Hart gets the ball. Towns gets it. Towns gets it back now. Shot clock at 9. Towns takes an off-balance shot. Their sock selection not good here. Towns again up and under. No. And then we're going to say loose ball, San Antonio. So a lot of contact. They're letting them play, which is, I could appreciate that. But here's Castle trying to move on the Knicks quickly. Zohan underneath. Zohan spins. Looks and good. Swipe away. Good hands by the Knicks. They come up with that steal. Here's Hart. Anunoby. Anunoby up and in, and he got fouled. So the Knicks know that Spurs want to play fast. They want to be quick. They want to be in transition. They feel like they're rushing their shots because they feel like they have to get back in transition. That's what it looks like early. Oh, no, Vernon. Vernon did not read your chat. I was doing the commentary. We're going to definitely be Vernon, we're with you, man. Not to put your business out there, but Vernon, we're with you. Definitely. As we got a timeout here. Knicks look a little sluggish, missing easy bunnies under the basket. Yeah, Bargo, because they're afraid. They're not afraid. They're conscious that when they score, the Spurs are pushing, or they miss. They're pushing in transition, and they got to get back. So they're kind of rushing the shot to backpedal, and I think that's causing a little discombobulation on them. All right, we got no entertainment in San Antonio. What's going on? We got a lucky section. Kickapoo. Lucky Eagle Casino. Oh, never mind, Vernon. But still, I thought you meant the other way, Vernon. I thought you meant the other way. All right, 228. I like that. That's a team. That's a team that knows the concept of we're running people in the cheap seats. So lucky section 228 gets a whole this free stuff. I like that. They got $25 that could buy a hot dog with that. All right, let's see the fan cam. It looks empty, though. Boy, that looks like an All Elite Wrestling show. Nice and empty in San Antonio. What's going on, San Antonio? It's the Knicks. Yeah, those are empty. That is cool. But the Garden and Dreams, they need to hire a barber. Fantastic. Loving that one. Here we go. Did anyone see that commercial? Yes, we have it. It's on the chat. Look if you scroll the chat from the past. Yeah, that oh, Anunoby hits the free throw. Yeah, with the Dante DiVincenzo. Yeah, that had the same feeling, Argo. He misses. All right, Knicks down by 5. San Antonio's ball. Castle. Barnes. Over to Zohan. Castle. That was Bassell. Excuse me. Johnson misses there. Knicks push this one. Here's Anunoby. Anunoby. A lot of contact. Back tap here. McBride gets the ball back. Now Towns. Now Braun. Here's a 3 for Deuce. No good. Rebound. Now Chris Paul. Paul with the ball. Paul. Bounce passes Zohan. Zohan now stops. Kicks it back out. And we get a offensive foul. I don't hear the crowd, Big Task. They're kind of quiet. I hear more the PAs. Oh, Big Mitch. A little early for Big Mitch. All right, here we go. Bridges. Anunoby rises for 3. And it now misses. So the Knicks are over 4.5 minutes without a bucket. Here's Chris Paul. They're stuck at 10. Paul with the crossover. Paul. Jumper. Good. So Chris Paul, free throw line extended with the jumper. 7-point deficit for the Knicks. Anunoby. Towns, who had the hot hand early. Now he's quiet off. Here's McBride. He's going to step in for 3. No good. Knicks are missing their shot. Here's Chris Paul now with the ball. Paul for 3, and he nails it. Knicks down by 10. So San Antonio up 20-10. So that was a good string there. 13-1 run for the Spurs. The Knicks are 4.5, goes to 5 minutes without a bucket as Towns kicks it out. Extra pass here to now Bridges. Knicks are relying on their 3. They have the height advantage with Karl-Anthony Towns, and he was cooking. They're not shooting. Paul with a long 3, and he nails it. So he's feeling it. So Chris Paul, he's feeling McDonald's. He's loving it, having a happy meal. As we got a timeout by Coach Thibodeau. Knicks down by 13. Yeah, get in the paint. All these 3-point shooting. We got a timeout. I think the Knicks got really in the head of the San Antonio pushing the ball in transition. They want to settle for 3s now. That's like they don't want to attack because if they know they miss or they can't, they're going to get run out of the building on transition. That's not the way it should be playing. Attack, get in your offense. There we go. We got something going on in the arena. Hype squad. Let's see how hyped they are. Oh, wait a minute. This got me hyped. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got to get to the playback as he is. San Antonio has a dope hype squad. They're hyping up the crowd. Yeah. If you don't get hyped for that, I don't know what. Some people think the Coyote gets you hyped. Nah, the hype squad gets you hyped. This may warm up the Knicks. I think it will. Or at least half of you people in the chat. They're trying to prove Barkley wrong, Chef. Yes. I think it's an ACL. He's done for the season. Who's that? Jody. Oh, Victor. No, he has some blood clots in the shoulder, something along that line. Oh yeah, that's definitely San Antonio. Let's go. It makes me want to go south of the border. Tibbs should shake up the lineup and throw Pacome on someone else in the game. Rewind, yes, indeed. Right, right. That's what it was. Sorry. No, that's fine. All right, 13-point deficit. Timeout, but Coach Thibodeau. Let's see what adjustments he's going to make here. If he's going to make some substitution, or let's see how they're going to play coaching. We'll find out. OG has no mid-range offense. It seems jumpers drive. Here we go. Bridges off the timeout. Bridges driving. Kicks it back out. Anunoby thought about the three. Anunoby now driving to the basket. Anunoby going strong. No good. Back tap. Tapped in there by Big Monster. Cookie Monster. Big Mitch. Excuse me. It said it all backwards. So Big Mitch making a difference. Towns is sitting down here. You got Shamit, Robinson, McBride, and Anunoby. Chris Paul now driving. Paul, who's going to pass it. Turn around. And that's good. They left him a little open as, hey, that wasn't Mitchell's man. You got to stick with your man there. 25-12. Here's McBride. Fox is out with a surgery on his wrist. Here's Bridges. Extra pass here to Shamit. Oh, to Anunoby. Back to McBride. McBride driving. McBride pull-up jumper. No good. Mitchell Robinson was right there. Another tip by the Cookie Monster. Big Mitch. 25-14. Mitch got the last two buckets on offensive rebounding. Here's Paul. Chris Paul kicks it. Castle. Now Johnson. Johnson now driving. Johnson losing the ball. Gathers, pulls up, and he doesn't get it off, rolls off. Mitchell with a rebound as he gives it to Anunoby. OG. Here's OG with the basketball. Here's to the Bridges. Bridges on the curve. Bridges driving. Bridges puts up the shot, and he will go to the line for two. Almost had a three-point play opportunity, but it rims out. Look who's the referee, the comb over. I didn't see him. I wonder what the Knicks record with that SOB as a referee. All right, the Knicks trail 25-14. Bridges to the line. He hits the first free throw. Knicks trail by 10, 2:52, under 3 minutes in the first. And he hits a pair of free throws. Knicks trail by 9, 25-16. Here we go. San Antonio will inbound the basketball. They'll bring the ball up. Johnson will be the ball handler. Chris Paul gets it. Paul, back to the basket. Give it over here to Castle. Pull-up jumper. That was Basil. I keep calling him Castle. They both have the dreads. Shamit rises for three. And that's off the mark. Rebound right to Bridges. Bridges, pull-up jumper. And that's tentative. They're so tentative pulling up. Here's Paul. He's going to take another long in-stride three. That's off. No good. Rebound by Mitchell Robinson. Here's OG Anunoby. OG now driving. OG going to the basket. Pulls up. Can't get nothing there. A lot of contact, but no call. Here comes the Spurs the other way. Here's a three by Johnson. And in and out. No good. Fight for the rebound. Hand town, what you call it. Mitchell Robinson with the rebound will give it to McBride. Now Miles McBride will hand it over to Bridges. Back to Mitchell Robinson. Robinson had the ball. Will give it to McBride. McBride kicks it out to Bridges. Bridges driving, and he got fouled on the pass. Mitchell looks good. Yeah, he's very active on the glass. That's what you want to see with Mitchell Robinson on both ends on the floors. Here's Champagne. A lot of local collegiate local players in the Spurs. They were drafted there. As we got Cameron Payne checking in. McBride will take a seat. Or Castle Penny, Champagny. Here is Payne. Payne with the ball. Cameron Payne now driving. Floater, no good. Off the rim. Rebound, Bisbo Biombo. Now they push this one. Baselli. Castle now with the ball. Castle pull up and no good for right there. Biombo was right there for the offensive rebound. All right, here we go. Cameron Payne. Payne driving. Catch and shoot for Shaman in the corner. No good. Too strong. Those rims are uber tight tonight. That's the Spurs now. Castle driving baseline. Stops. Gathers. Misses that one. Shamit with the rebound. Now Shamit bringing the ball up. We got Dez in the building. What's up, Dez? Big Mitch hands it off here to Anunoby. Anunoby driving. Anunoby. And that one is lost and still lost. And they're going to say lost out of bounds. Knicks will have it. There'll be 6 on the shot clock. Karl-Anthony Towns is coming back in. Mitch is going to take a seat. Oh, no, I think it's Anunoby. So they're going to keep Mitchell Robinson and Karl-Anthony Towns both on the floor. I like to see this. For the last 41 seconds, it makes good sense. Towns in the floor. Towns driving. Euro got fouled. Count it and one. Chance for a 3-point play as Thundercat. Oh. All right, Cat trying to complete the 3-point play. We'll go to the line for the free throw. Bring in Tyler Kolak. This team needs a point guard on the flow. It makes it easier for Mitch and Bridges. We're with you on that, Tony. Hopefully he'll do it, but I don't know, man. Something, and he misses. Another one. Another missed free throw. That's their second of the game here. Early part. Now Castle will pull up for a 3 and straight ahead. No good. But Biombo tips it in. Got to box out. You have 2 7-footers out there. That cannot happen. So Payne. Towns back to the basket. Who has Zohan? Towns backing in. Towns bumping. Float. Oh, he got the hook shot. Knicks down by 9. He's got it going on, Towns. You got to go with the low post scoring, especially if Mitchell Robinson is out there. If you're going to play them both, I need Towns attacking the low post. Here's Castle, top of the key. Gets the screen, and there's a foul to give with 5.7. Biombo is going to sit. He gave them a lot of good energies, and now they'll inbound the ball. Basel puts up and blocked by Anunoby. Give me that. And as the quarter comes to an end, blocked there by OG Anunoby. But the Knicks trail this game. So Knicks down by 9, 29-20. We're getting ready for the second. OG needs the bench to cook tonight. Let's hope. Randy in the building. What's up, Randy? We just talked about your Spurs. We got Randy, my friend Randy, my best friend Randy in the chat. What's up, Randy? He says, go Spurs. I'm watching this on the YouTube. Hey, Randy, if you want to see the game, come on to the playback. I got pass. I'll give you a pass. You can actually see the game with us. It's on the top. It's going to say playback app, and you get to see the game. Melissa Bono. I don't know who's Bono, the girl with this jersey or the other lady. Yeah, exactly. Hey-o. Bridges and OG and Hart combined for 3 points. Not good. Not good. All right, so they're honoring some filmmakers and ladies of San Antonio. Not bad. They're doing a good job there. We got a timeout here. All right, we're about to start. Let's start the second. The Knicks have it. Cameron Payne will bring the ball up. Payne. Back to the basket. Towns not putting it on the floor. Towns gathering, and there is a foul. Oh, defensive. Okay, technical. So we had a defensive illegal defense. This is definitely a trap game. Towns to the line. Towns hits the technical free throws. Knicks trail by 8, and they have possession. They'll side out of bounds. Knicks with inbound. Shamit. Shamit now looking for Towns. Has Zohan on the left side of the wing. Towns, and there we get a whistle. Another illegal defense. Back-to-back illegal defense. Well, another 3 seconds. It's still the illegal defense. 3 seconds. Towns to the line for a free throw. And Towns rattles that one in. 22-7. 2 points there on back-to-back illegal defense with 3 seconds. They'll inbound to Towns. Towns again. Towns gets a strong, aggressive Knicks trail now, 29-24. 17 points for Karl-Anthony Towns here early. He's 7-11 from the field. Now here's a drive. What a blow by there. That was some speed there. Here's Cameron Payne. Payne now kicks it out hard. Back to Payne. Back to Towns. Towns now put it on the floor. Towns going strong. Puts up the shot, and he got fouled. More free throws. More for Karl-Anthony Towns. Looked like he might have banged some knees there. Remember, he had that patella last time for Karl-Anthony Towns. He rattles the first one in, 25-31. I believe 18 points for Towns. He hits a pair of free throws, 26-31, Knicks trail. First minute of the second. Castle gives it across. Over to Zohan. Back to Castle. Castle tries to get Zohan good defense, and that right to the hands of Hart. Hart now. Bounce pass here to Chua. Chua with the dunk. The Lion Tamer. What an assist there by Hart. What a great play in transition. Here comes Champ Penny. Kicks it back out. Wesley. Extra pass now. As Beverly Kelly now to Wesley. Back to Beverly Kelly now. He's putting it on the floor. This European passes it right back over to Wesley. In the corner, Champagny blocked. Now the ball, shot clock down to 3. They're going to put up this one. Rebound, and he gets that rebound. Good positioning by San Antonio. So this young man has a hell of a long last name, Mambu Pelly. So Mambu Pelly was a hell of a name. I think running out of letters to put on the back of the shirt. Here's Towns. And he lost the ball. Turnover. Here comes the other way. Wesley now in transition, counted and 1. San Antonio going the other way. Chance for a 3-point play. That's what the Spurs wants to do on the Knicks. When they turn the basketball over, the Knicks, and they want to run in transition and run the Knicks out of the gym. And that got to the head a little bit, but then the Knicks adjusted. They went, and now San Antonio went back there with a different set of players. With Wesley, they're playing at least 10 deep. (35-28). Wesley trying to complete a 3-point play for the Spurs, and that one rattles out. Ball online, the words of the great Chef Dan, as Hart will bring the ball up. The hitman will put up a 3. That's no good. Tonight at those rims, there's Wesley so fast, and there's a foul. Wesley is a speed demon out there. Yeah, he's fast. This guy is really quick. This is a guy that you could really use off the bench and change the game. Castle will inbound to Zohan. Back over to Castle. Castle now with the snake dribbling. Free throw line jumper. In and out. No good. Rebound by Towns. Towns will give this outlet to Hart. Hart now will bring it on the right side. Stops. Looking for Achua. Achua now holding the ball. Achua over to Hart. Hart. Hand it over to Payne. Cameron Payne for 3. That's good. 3-pointer, Cameron Payne. So the Knicks trail by 4. All right, here's Castle trying to do a crossover. Good job staying with him. Fighting over some screens. Mambutelli splits a 3 ball. So that guy can shoot too. The Georgian. All right, here's Achua now. Achua, pump fake, and he misses that one. Can't get it. The rebound. Barnes back in the game. Harrison Barnes now bringing in transition. Harrison Barnes now putting it on the floor. Barnes trying to go coast to coast, but he got fouled. That's Cameron Payne's second foul. The sign widener. So Harrison Barnes misses the first free throw. In the words of Chef Dan, the ball don't lie. There's the Emerald. Oh, Harrison Barnes committing an assist award. All right. And he goes 1 of 2. Knicks trail by 8. 8.5 left here before halftime. Harrison Barnes. Good pressure as Cameron Payne now. Payne kicks it back out. Achua back to Cameron Payne. Now Payne again. Payne sidewinds for 3. No good. Rebound right to the hands of Castle. Here comes the San Antonio Spurs. Spurs with an 8-point lead and the ball. Now driving. Castle puts up the shot. Count it. Another back-to-back 3-point try opportunity for the Spurs. That's on Towns. When is Tom Thibodeau thinking of bringing back Mitchell Robinson? It's a 10-point deficit. Looking at make it 11. And he does. So Knicks trail by 11. Shamet almost turns the ball over and does. Yeah, right in front of the coach, and the coach doesn't even think about bringing Kolak for a couple minutes to ball handle. Just for can you give the kid 5 minutes here to handle the ball and come out there? If he looks overwhelmed, you take him out. It's still early in the game. Here's Castle. Pull-up jumper. No good. Rebound. Hart. Hart now will try to bring the ball up. His turn. Now it's Cameron Payne. Payne. Back over to Towns. Back to Hart. Hart now kicks it to Achua. And Achua just did not handle the ball. Either lack of concentration, lack of looking at the eye. And that's a turnover over Achua. It wasn't ready. You got to make a change here, pal. This lineup isn't really, this is not. They've been a negative on the floor. Here's Wesley. Now Castle. Here's Barnes. Barnes bounce past his own hand with the dunk. Good ball movement. Good bounce pass there. 44-31. They're using the screens. They're moving without the basketball. The Knicks are staying stagnant in quicksand. 13-3 run by the San Antonio Spurs. And the Knicks will talk it over. They're trailed by 13, and it looks like Hart is looking like him at Tibbs. Are you going to have another argument? No, I hope not. Mitch has 4 points, 5 ball in 4 minutes. Bring him back in. I was saying that earlier. Hey, there goes the Coyote, the Spurs Coyote. Now they're giving out T-shirts. He's shooting the cannon. Oh, look, favorite Flav. Yeah, favorite Flav is giving out T-shirts. Man, look at that. Glad he's still employed. Giving out T-shirts. Hey, if your favorite Flav, they're gonna tell you to give out T-shirts with and then you're gonna be with the hype squad around him. Come on. Yeah, you did say that. We have a timeout. Yes, Flavor Flav is giving out T-shirts in San Antonio. And of course, the mascot got the Flavor Flav big clock. All right, they took it away from him. All right, pal. At least San Antonio lets him shoot the cannon. Meanwhile, Tracy Morgan, all he does is defecate all over the floor. Where's the road runner when you need him? The Knicks need to get on the road runner and start playing quick, fast. Tony says, I can't believe we're losing to the Spurs right now. That's basketball. It's a game of runs. This team is a little quick for the Knicks. Especially Karl Anthony Towns is stretching his knee, wincing at his knee. Achua is not giving you nothing right now on the court, just that nice dunk. Let's see, Achua is still in there, so he's being stubborn. This is the stubbornness of the coach. Here's Cameron Payne. Payne misses. Achua gets the rebound. 44-33 now. 7 minutes. 7 minutes. Castle. Harrison Barnes now will hand it off to Wesley. Back over to Castle. Castle on the back over to Wesley. Wesley has a lot of speed. Wesley now gathers, spins, goes back. Mambutelli for 3. Mambutelli hits the 3 ball. That's not fair when they bring these big guys who could stretch the floor and hit threes. 47-33. Cat. Now Payne would answer in and out halfway down. No, they misses. 47-33. San Antonio bringing the ball up. Here's Castle. Castle with the basketball to Zohan. Zohan lost it, gets it back underneath the basket. Now he's going to retrieve. He's going to pull it back out. 11 on the shot clock. Bubble Kelly, and he's trying to drive, and that is last touch off for the Knicks. 6 on the shot clock. San Antonio shooting the ball, moving the ball, screening, doing driving. They're doing everything pretty much to perfection while the Knicks are stuck on quicksand. As now we get Cameron Payne off the floor and Shamet. McBride coming back in. Anunoby as the inbound. Catch and shoot for 3. And, of course, he hits it. So Mambu Vela-Kelvy hits the 3 ball. He's, my goodness, they find a way for the Happy Meals against the Knicks. 11 points, 3 of 3 from three-point land. Here's McBride. And that's turnover. And this one is going to lead Wesley with that speed, with the dunk. No, he misses that one. But right there was Vela-Kelly to get it back. Everything going well for the Spurs as they got a 19-point lead. Hart now. Towns back to the basket. Here's the double team. Towns, floater, no good. Rebound by Barnes. The Knicks are getting beat, and they're going to get blown out of the gym. Castle with a nice transition is good. 20-point deficit. Knicks do not feel like they want to play here tonight. 19-2 run. The Spurs just taken and beat the will out of them here in the second, and we get another timeout. Karl-Anthony Towns holding his hand. Towns is in some serious pain, and he's in some pain. He's done. He's not playing the rest of the game. They took the timeout because Karl-Anthony Towns is in some uber pain as he went back to the locker room. How are we getting blown out in an empty arena? Cat isn't getting any help. No. And the coach is not doing any favors. This is a game of Spurs. You're playing quick. It's time to see what that DeLon Wright stiff is. You traded you got some of these players that they're just sitting there taking up roster spots. See what they got, man. See if they could help this team. This is a game. It's not going to hurt in standings. This is a non-conference. This is a non-conference game. It doesn't affect the standings. This is a game you're on the road in between a long road trip on the West Coast. You should play some of these players to see what you got. I don't get it. This is what pisses me. I guess this is where the Tom Thibodeau detractors come up, and he gives them fuel. You bring some of these players. Let's see what they have, what they're all about. Oh, brother, you're not gonna. Oh, he's missing these. He's like the Knicks. I think it's the rims, man. He was missing a bunch of layups, and he still won the tic-tac-toe game. Oh, look at that. Taco Belenque. All right, now I know what to, when I go to San Antonio, what to try. They just numbed it. They just numbed it with an agent. Here we go. Hart, Mitchell Robinson, Anunoby, back holding. Now Hart gets the basketball in the curl in the paint. Now it's a free throw. Now back to Hart. Actually, McBride for 3. McBride no good. They're relying too much on that 3 ball, and they're not to get some easy baskets. Wesley now. Wesley got fouled, and he will go to the ground. Free throws for Wesley. I'm going to tell you, Wesley is very, very impressive. Very impressive. Yeah, I was about to say, what the hell is the head? Where's the trainers? They didn't even go with him back to the. Now you're like, hello. Why do they never take Josh Hart out? He's doing nothing. He gets the free throw 55-33. And the Knicks supposedly they have an easy schedule here before to kind of, this is like the soft part of their schedule. Of course, you see the Wizards coming up. They got the Spurs here, but this one's a tough one. You just came on a long road trip. You came finally home, and then you with the Heat, and then you just back to San Antonio. That's not an easy flight. 21-2 run for the Spurs, and there's no excuses. This team, if you got to get ready. Bridges, again, they have no continuity with ball handling. Here's Mitchell Robinson. Hart's going to have to put up this three, and now hits the side of the rim. Terrible shot selection. No, and here's Wesley again driving. Kicks it. Oh, Mitchell Robinson, not today. Thank goodness. That's a sight for sore eyes. We need some defense from Mitch. They'll inbound to Zohan. Now we'll give it to Castle. Castle now. Kicks it back. Zohan open, wide open for threes. And take the three ball in rhythm. No good. Rebound by Anunoby. OG bringing the ball. Anunoby's going to sit and put a three. That's no good. Knicks are settling for shots. 3-point shots. Very last days ago, they wanted it. Here we go. Castle. Castle now driving. Pump fakes. Up and under. It's good. So he dared in a challenge and went to the paint and scored. 58-33. Knicks are just getting punched in the mouth. No answer. Bridges. Back to Raul. Good job there for Mitchell Robinson. That's the way they got to get back. You got to continue feeding Big Mitch, getting some easy buckets. San Antonio calls a timeout, 58-35. With 3:37 left. Not a good game here. Everything the Knicks look like they're fumbling the handling of the ball. The San Antonio Spurs contesting everything off the dribble. It concerns you there. The lack of ball distributing. They don't have really. It's a funny that they're not handling the basketball well. But Mitchell is active. Mitchell Robinson is extremely active. Mitchell Robinson is a bright spot in this game so far right now. Of course, Towns with his offense. We have a timeout. We got a timeout on the court here. We have a timeout. Timeout on the court. All right. We're waiting for them to come back from their timeout. Don't forget, you have a chance. Hit the like button. Come on over to Playback. You get to see that or synchronize with us on the Assist app. Hit the Assist app is in the video description. You go to the Assist. You synchronize the time of the game with my stream, and we'll come side to side. You won't get any spoilers. If you would like to watch or hear Assist app, we want to grow that platform. Help us grow that platform. We appreciate it. Chris Paul back in the game here. Harrison Barnes. Let's see if the Knicks can make a run here with 3.5 here. Can the Knicks make a run and keep it under single digits going into halftime? Harrison Barnes now driving. Barnes going strong. Kicks it out. Zohan wide open for three. Zohan in and out. No good. Rebound by Anunoby. Now we'll give it a Bridges. Bridges will bring it. Hands it back here and almost lost it. Gets it back. Bridges pull up. No good. Comes up short. Fight for the loose ball. The ball still loose. San Antonio comes up with that ball. Zohan now will push. He gets the ball back. Now driving, and Mitchell Robinson slaps it away. See, that's the difference with Mitch. If you think once you think you turned the corner and got past Mitchell Robinson, his length and his defensive prowl makes up for it. He knocks the ball away. Now, the one bright spot for the Knicks, they taking him off the floor now. He just made a defensive play. They're going to pull him off. It's okay. Play the two bigs for 3 minutes. You're down. This could. Here we go. And here's Zohan. Zohan now driving. Zohan spins. Zohan stops. Zohan blocked by Anunoby right to the hands. Okay, good job. Anunoby comes up big. Here's McBride. And they lost that ball. Good defense there. Here's Paul now. San Antonio playing some defense. Vaselli hits a three. So Vassell, 61-35. Big difference. San Antonio's making some plays on defense and hitting the threes. Anunoby, Hart, back over the Bridges. The ball just goes around the perimeter. Nothing really is going deep inside. And finally, a foul is called. Towns with a three and misses. And this one, Leak wide open. Easy transition. This is unbelievable. 63-35. That was embarrassing. Under 2 minutes. Here's a watch out double team. And there's a cut. Anunoby, that's what you need. Cut to the basket. We need some motions. We need some movement. Let's go. 37-63. Here's Paul now. Chris Paul kicks it back out. Zohan. Euro spins. And Anunoby's there. Leaves wide open. Johnson for three. And in and out. That was halfway down. Towns comes up with the rebound. We'll give it to Bridges. 90 seconds left. Anunoby deep in the post. And there's a foul before the shot. So the Knicks are going to go here under 40 points possibly before halftime. Not a good offensive game here. Towns. Euro. Towns put up. No good. Fight for the loose ball. You could tell something's wrong with it. Yeah, he should have kept Mitchell Robinson and bring Towns. Let Towns come in the second half. And I know he's the offensive your GOAT guy, but all right, the turnover. Here comes the Knicks in transition. McBride. Three. He got it. Finally got one in there. So 40 points for the Knicks here. They trail by 23 points here under a minute. Vassell will bring the basketball up, trying to take as much time off the clock before halftime. Now Vassell snake dribbles, pull up jumper, and that's good. Towns is hurt. Get his butt out of there. Yeah. 65-40, Knicks down by 25. McBride, Towns top of the key. Kicks it back, McBride, extra pass. Hart is going to step in for three, and that's a terrible shot. Nowhere near there. Hart is pounding. Hart is... He said he got hit. No call. Hard jarring with the officials. Be careful. You don't need more. You don't need to add technicals and more. And here's a drive. Zohan. Good dish. The Spurs are just playing basketball. They're attacking their coach's game. Simple. Keeping it simple. Here's Bridges for three. That's good. At the buzzer, and it would have counted and went in. At the half, the Knicks give up 67 points. They have scored 43. It's a big deficit, but there is a second half to play. There's still 24 minutes to play. The Knicks, one step at a time. They have to, first and foremost, they got to not leave the Spurs play and run so quick in transition. When they miss shot, you got to make them work for every bucket for the Spurs going forward. You can't turn the basketball, and hopefully the Spurs could turn the ball over and get yourself back in yourself. But it is halftime. We're, of course, like we always do, we take a halftime break. I'll be back. Don't go anywhere. It's halftime, guys. So we'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Hopefully the Knicks could one step at a time, man. They got to start off on a little bit of a run here to start the third quarter. You got to go on a 10-0 run here, make it a little respectable. They're down. They're down big. I was reading your comments, guys. This is on Tibbs and his entourage, bench, all the bench guys who we need. Shamit is not working out. Cameron Payne isn't consistent. Dez misses Alec Burks. We have a star in Kolak. Mark my words, this guy is the top 3-point guard in 2 years, but maybe he's not ready yet. Obviously, if this guy was ready, they will play him. Maybe he's not ready. I don't know. I'm trying to play the devil's advocate. I'm with you. I want to see Tyler Kolak play. But there's a reason why he was drafted when he was drafted in the draft. He wasn't touted by other teams, passed on him twice. So just remember that. Maybe because of the school he went to, whatever the case was, but still. But right now, what I'm trying to contemplate or argue is we're seeing the way San Antonio is moving quick, fast, and elusive, beating the Knicks also off the speed and size. You said Shamit as well as Payne. You need a ball handler, but you've got guys that you drafted, like you said, Pacome. You've got the kid that Watson, that Bump Chap. I don't know if he's even in uniform. I don't even know if Bump Chap is in uniform. DeLon Wright. I'm not saying you got to play them 25 to 35 minutes. Can we see 5 minutes of these guys per or at a spot of the game to see if they're willing to play well? And the moment if they look lost, then you pull them. Next time out break, you pull them. But put them in the game, see what kind of minutes they could give you, what they could give you on the floor. They probably show you something that, or an angle, or they'll do a play that is not that might inspire another player like a Hart, like a Bridges, like an Anoa'i. Oh, damn, these guys are doing this. You know what? They're fighting over screen. Sometimes certain things, they might not be guys that you want to play 25 minutes a game. But if they give you something for 5 minutes, 7 minutes, that it inspires other players to pick it up, that's how you build depth. And that's how you build confidence on a whole roster. And that's how you feel all 15 players are engaged. Because right now, if you're the 15, 14 player on this Knicks team, heck, you're going to go 13 to 12. 12 to 15 players on this team. I'm just going to show up. I'm just going to be at the bench. Yeah, let's see what the cheerleaders look like tonight in this town. That's what it seems like it. That's what it seems like it. And then when there's 2 minutes left in the game and it's I guess I'm gonna have to play now. That's what it seems like it and that's not a way of, you want to keep everyone engaged. Tom Thibodeau preaches you got to stay ready. You got to be ready and stay ready. Well, that's a great way of being ready and stay ready. Just call them for 5 minutes. Hey, your turn. Anytime in the game, at any point, you're going to be tapped in and you're going to be called your name off the bench. 2 minutes in the third quarter, or 5 minutes left in the first, or somewhere in the middle of the game. You're like, oh, that's talking about be ready, stay ready, because you're going to be engaged, mind, body, and spirit into the game of the basketball game, not checked out. And then when they tell you to come in the fourth quarter for mop up duties, then you want them to put something on film to try to earn minutes in meaningful time. That's the one philosophy I don't subscribe for Tom Thibodeau's team. That's the one philosophy that I don't buy. Especially when you want to say you got to be ready, stay ready. That's a way of saying be ready, stay ready. You never know when you're going to be called. You'll be called up in the first quarter, second quarter, anytime. Even if it's like, again, even for a short spurt, I kind of want to see that. But he's not going to do it. Let's hope, Tony. At least a competitive game. Big task. I want to see a competitive second half. Even if we don't win this, I kind of want to see something. I want to see competitiveness. All right, here we go. Knicks will bring the ball up. McBride and now Hart. Actually, Towns. Towns McBride step back for three. That's an air ball. Not a good start. Not a good opening possession there. Chris Paul will bring the ball up. Castle. 67-43. Don't adjust your score. That is the score here. As the Spurs move the ball around, Castle. Now Paul back to Castle. Is going to top a key for three, and then he hits it. So they're hitting from that end. I thought the rims were a little off on that side, a little too tight, but San Antonio has no problem hitting that three. 70-43. McBride now. Cutting Bridges, and he gets it. Nice cut. Easy bucket. 40. Actually, I had to work on that one. 70-45. Excuse me on that one. Paul now. Chris Paul trying to fight. Kicks it back out. Now Castle with top of the key. Castle now driving. Floater, pump fakes, and they're going to say a whistle. Offensive foul. And Anunoby took a shot to the face. Anunoby still... He got hit right in the mouth. And the Knicks... Oh, that's the indicative of the game. The Knicks have been getting hit. Oh, they got hit in the mouth by the Spurs, and they really haven't recovered. They're down. All right, now, Bridges, Towns. Towns holding the hand back over to Bridges. Bridges now driving. Bridges stops. Kicks it to McBride. McBride rises for three. McBride has, and he gets that serendipity roll. 70-48. Here's Chris Paul. Paul kicks it out. Vassell. Vassell's going to pull back here. Shot clock at 14. Vassell wants the screen. And there's the screen now. Vassell now gives it over to Zohan. Zohan is going to put up the shot. That rolls out. Rebound by Towns. Here's Hart. Hart now. This is a big possession. Paul poked it, but right to the hands of McBride. Now McBride driving. McBride lost it. Off of McBride. A turnover. Here's Vassell driving. Vassell, Euro. Vassell goes up, and he got it. Count it and one. Chance for a three-point play. OG Anunoby picked up the foul. And that was Castle. So I thought that was Vassell. That is Castle. He misses the free throw, 72-48. New York ball. Here's Miles McBride. We'll give it to Towns. Towns put it on the floor. Back to the basket. Towns puts up the shot. No good. Fight for the loose ball. And San Antonio comes up. Vassell will give it to Paul. Paul, it's a turnover. That was on Paul. New York ball. Knicks want to push here. Now here goes Bridges. Driving strong. Foul. Counted and one. So the Knicks move quick. A little taste of the San Antonio Spurs medicine. And now they'll go to the line for a three-point play. 72-50. They did not allow the Spurs to set after that turnover. They attacked it. That was smart basketball there for the Knicks. They're going to need a little more of that. But you also got to hit free throws. Here is Bridges. And he hits it. Oh, so it's 72-51. 21-point lead for the Spurs as they'll bring the ball up here. And we got Castle. Now Vassell. Vassell now will hand it off to Paul. Paul to Zohan. Back over to Castle. Castle kicks it in the corner. Here's Harrison Barnes for three. No good. Rebound by the Spurs. Zohan. You got to get those rebounds. And Anunoby steals the ball on the pass, and there's a foul by Paul. So good defense there by OG. Anunoby still playing hard. And the Knicks get a turnover and a foul. Picks up a foul on Paul. All right. But at the end of the day here, if you get Paul in some foul trouble, Wesley's been killing the Knicks with that speed and attack. Here's McBride. And there's a foul on Vassell. And that's good. You want to rack up those team fouls on the Spurs. It takes them a little bit off their defensive sharpness because they're going to be in some penalties. and so forth. So that's a pretty good attack there by the Knicks here early with 9:07, and they trail by 21. Anunoby will inbound here to Hart. Hart now back over to Towns. Towns now putting on the floor. Towns strong to the basket is good. Karl Anthony Towns, 19-point deficit for the Knicks. They got to play some defense though. Here's Chris Paul and kicks it back out. Castle now driving in the paint. Oh, reverse layup, no good. Rebound by Hart. Here comes Hart. Driving. Pull up. Switch is good. The hitman, just like that, it's a 17-point deficit. San Antonio Spurs call a timeout. Knicks on a run. But you have to sustain it. We got a timeout on the floor. Timeout. Hart in transition. You saw him switch hands. Hopefully that gets Hart going. That transition bucket, switching hands in the air and hitting the canvas, and hopefully gets him going. Mariachi and nuevo estilo. All right, we got some mariachis in San Antonio. I like this. Let's go. Keep chopping into the deficit. Oh, let me hear this. This is reggaeton. This is not mariachi. Vete pinche. Get this pinche güero off the TV. I want to hear some of the horns here. Well, we'll trump. There we go. There we go. Here's the trumpets. Cantinero, deme una corona, por favor. Y una orden de taquitos. Una orden de taquitos, pues. Y un cóctel de camarón. You go, con limón, with a little lemon. Hey, what do you guys want, guys? What are your orders? You want burritos? Burritos on me. Get it. You want some menudo? You want some menudos? Oh, you want modelos? Okay, no corona, no corona. Dame modelo. Un grande modelo para chat, por favor. Modelo frío con limón, sí. No queremos American beer. No, gracias, no, gracias. No Hulk Hogan American beer. No. Modelo, por favor. All right, here we go. You want Corona Negro. Oh. All right, chicken quesadilla for Vernon. All right. I want a cóctel de shrimp. I want cóctel de camarones. Let's go. Here we go. Paul will bring it up. Man, you guys are making me hungry now. And there's a turnover. Here comes Anunoby. Anunoby Euro. Anunoby up, and that was blocked, but Bridges is there, and he gets the roll. 72-57. Big Task Juan Pollo. There you go. I want some carne asada. Paul now. Nowhere to go with it. He needs some help. Now gets it to Barnes. Shot clock at 8. Barnes now will put up a 3. Got fouled before the shot. How's the pico de gallo? A little pico de gallo with some tortillas for the guys here. Pass it around, fellas. It's ensalada de fajita. There you go. They're gonna inbound the ball here. Zohan. I love the chat. We're having a good one here. Here's Paul. Kicks it back out. Vassell, and there is a foul there. Anybody want some? Anybody want some pork al pastor? That is so good. All right, we get some we get some free throws for Vassell, and he misses. Boy, don't lie, indeed. Anybody want some mole? Nobody likes mole. Anybody likes mole? And he hits 1 of 2 from the line. 73-57. Under 8 minutes. Just under 8 minutes now in the third. Hart, top of the key now. Hart. Towns shoots the 3, and that's a big 3 that went in. That is 60-73. 13-point deficit. Now drive. And there's a foul, a bumping foul. No pork for me, fam. I love mole on everything. There you go. No cerdo, no cerdo. All right, so we got some carnecita, we got some pollo. All right, here you go. Paul's gonna inbound. Let's keep the food going. I guess that's helping the Knicks. I guess we're giving them some food energy here. It's Vassell. Actually, Castle kicks it back out. Barnes now. Barnes driving off balance. No good. Right to the hands of Anunoby. All right, here comes Hart. Here is Bridges. Back to the basket. Bridges working on Paul. Here's a double team. Kick the ball to Anunoby. Thought about the 3. Anunoby now driving. Anunoby switches hands. It's good. 11-point deficit. 73-62. All right, we go. The menudo's coming out. The menudo. There we go. Here's Barnes. Sohan kicks it back out here. Castle puts up a shot. No good. Rebound right to the hands of Bridges. The Knicks could cut this under single digits. Hart in the corner. Anunoby open for 3. It's good. 3-pointer. OG Anunoby. The Knicks have cut it down to single digits. Timeout on the floor by the Spurs. 73-65. Let's go. Vernon says we're back. Oh yeah, ¿dónde está los modelos? Let's go. Modelos for everyone. As a matter of fact, what do you guys? You want some Patron? You want some Terramata? What do you guys? ¿Qué quieren? ¿Qué quieren? No cuevo. We don't like drink that cheap shit. Come on. ¿Qué quieren? ¿Qué quieren? Pour it up. Let's go, Dez. Let's go, Dez. He wants it. He says blue, red. All right. Yeah, they haven't shown that many people in the arena because it's not that many, so they haven't really gone around. Ah. Oh, there you go. Do the beat it. Come on, girl. There you go. All right. Those are nice. Those are nice sketches. Garbanzo y aguacate. Let's go. Guacamole. All right, here we go. One more time. Raise those hands up. Come on. Oh, that's cute. That's cool. As they showing the fans in the arena, that's cool. Oh. She wilding. That little redhead killer, he's trouble. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, the Knicks fan has entered the chat and he goes by Jack City. What up, Jack? Let's go. Just busted a night. Oh, man, make that money. Hey, Catinero, get this guy a modelo, please. We got the bartender giving us some shots, some drinks, some food, some Mexican food. We're in San Antonio. We got some tortas. Yeah, Dennis the Menace. Drinks from Jack and a plate. Let's go. Let's get him a plate. Some chicken burrito. Let's go. Some bajitos, some fake fajitas, nice and caliente. Some carne asada. Let's go. Or some chicharrones. You want some chicharrones de pollo? Let's go. Some chicharrones. You got crunch. Let's go. All right, San Antonio bringing the ball up. 65-73. And Vassell with the ball. Morcilla. No, that's not Mexican, but there we go. That's a pickup, and now he hits it. That's still not Mexican mofongo either, but when we go to when we're in Orlando, we get you some of that good stuff there. Towns. McBride, you want some tamales? I get some tamales. Turn around. Shot clock violation. Not a good offense. Come on, don't get into stupor. Don't go back to that. You guys are cutting. It's a 10-point deficit. Relax. Let's go. Here comes the Modelo. Grab a beer, fellas. Let's go. 65-75. That's a good one, D-Ross. Antonio Solis. Here's Paul. Paul now loses the ball. They turnover, and it's Knicks ball. Keep grinding. Let's go. Here's Hart. 65-75. Hart. We'll give it over to McBride. McBride. Karl-Anthony Towns. Back to the basket now. Towns. Match up against Zohan. Towns putting on the floor. Driving baseline. A lot of contact. No call. He gets his own rebound. Loses the ball going up again. A lot of contact. No call here. Here comes the Spurs in transition. Johnson. Keon Johnson hits it. Thought he was fouled. Back to 12. Don't like that sequence there. Officials holding their whistles. Towns with the ball. Towns driving. Towns going strong. Another layup missed. No call. Now here's Paul. So the Knicks are going to the basket. The officials are swallowing their whistles. Paul kicks it back out. Champagny now. Here's Vassell. Shot clock at 3. Zohan launches this one. Hits the side of the rim. Rebound by the Knicks. Here comes the Knicks the other way. Town. Here's Bridges. Hart. Back to Bridges. Do they go back to Towns? He's missed the last two on some drives. Here's Bridges driving. Stops. Looking into the corner. McBride rises for 3. No good. Hart gets the rebound. Over to Bridges. Bridges with the ball. No good. The ball again, and we get a whistle. And they call a foul finally as he got hit. They call me Buquinedro. There you go. Big Mitch. Did we get yes, they do get them Deuce chance, Jack. There's been some Deuce chance. Yes. But Deuce is not having a good game either. The outside shots really haven't been falling for neither team, especially in these rims. These rims are kind of, to me, they're kind of suspect. Here's Mitchell Robinson. We'll hand it off to Bridges. He's going. Kicks it back and no one there. I think the play, and Mitchell Robinson told Bridges, the play is feed me. Feed the Cookie Monster. He was going with you on that pick and roll to the basket. That was the wrong play by Bridges here. 60-65-77. Knicks will try to cut down, but now they're trail again by 12. Johnson pulls up a shot. No good. This one back tap right to the Spurs. That ricocheted back there. Vassell in the corner. Johnson wide open for three. No good. Again, can't capitalize. I tell you, those rims suck. All those rims suck because a lot of these shots are being missed by some good shooters. Here's Bridges. Bridges backing in, and now he got pickpocket there. Wesley again. Wesley is getting the Knicks trouble all game. Now, Champagnie, they had numbers and decided now the three ball finally shuts. The Knicks fought hard, and that's like that. It's back to 15. They were missing shots. They cut the game down, and then what they do, they bring in Wesley. Wesley's been a pain in the ass against the Knicks with his speed and his height. He's been a problem for the Knicks. And the Knicks spreading the floor. Sub me and Coach Tibbs. Trust me, I'll make them. So the Spurs answer back on that Knicks barrage in the third here. It's still a 15-point game with under 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. The Knicks show some flashes, but when they need that extra key play or that bucket, the shots are not going in from the outside. And I think both teams, I mean, even though Champagnie just hit a three, but to me tonight, those rims are not shooter-friendly tonight. Here we go. New York will bring the ball up. McBride, Anunoby, Hart. Anunoby now. Driving. Hart. Back over to McBride. Here's Bridges. Here's Anunoby for three. No good. Fight for loose ball. The ball still loose. San Antonio comes up with it. Keon Johnson driving. And there's a foul. Yeah, right now the outside shots aren't working. These outside shots are not working. The three-point shooting, nothing is going in. These rims are, again, I keep saying it, as McBride looked like he took a shot in either in the inner thigh or in the groin regions. Let's see. Yeah, he got hit in the nuts. He got hit in the yang bangs. In the hip. He got hit in the junk. Come on. He got hit in his Allen Hans. It's the first free throw. He got hit in the McNuts. Shout out to Monica. Yeah, look at Bum Chap. What a bum. Just sitting there with his, not even in uniform. Get him off the team. Get somebody here with some play that's going to play. Where's TJ Warren? And they can't even get the rebound. They're getting on rebound because of the height situation. They are hustling here. Come on, Knicks. Who were the last two players to win Rookie of the Year for the same team? Wasn't the Magic's? Wasn't the Magic with Anthony Hardaway and Shaquille O'Neal? I could be wrong. Sixers? Bridges hand off to McBride for 3. And he hits. Or the Oklahoma City Thunder. 83-68. There's a drive. Lows the basketball. Hart comes up with the ball in transition. Hart leading the charge. Bridges for 3. That's no good. They gotta attack the basket. These rims suck. The Knicks missed a lot of shots. Here's Wesley. They gotta attack the basket. Knicks playing some good defense there. They need layups. They can't. Yeah, Vassell. See, they missed. Last touch. 83-68. Final. Just over a minute. Big Mitch with the ball. Gives it over to Bridges. Bridges now. Top of the key. Bridges going. Bridges kicks it. Shamit. Jumper. No. Oh, he gets the friendly roll. Knicks trail by 13. Can the Knicks cut this under single digits entering the fourth quarter? They've been there. They've been there in the third quarter, but they just turn it over underneath the baseline now. Block there. Good job by Hart. Came out of nowhere with a nice block on Biyombo. Yeah, Josh Hart is getting there. He's sticking it up a notch. Beautiful help defense there. They'll inbound the ball. Biyombo now. Vassell wants to screen. Vassell he's going to take a fall away jumper. He got fouled. Offensive foul. So Shamit took a nice shot there, down by 13. I was like, damn, that's the last thing the Knicks do need. That's a good call there. So 36.8 seconds here. Knicks trail by 13 with the possession now. Trailing by 13. Here's McBride. McBride now to the basket. Bridges, nowhere to go to McBride. Shot clock at 11. McBride wants a screen by Mitchell Robinson. Now driving. Pull up. He got it. 83-72. I wasn't confident in that shot. I didn't know they were going to score that one. I'm surprised because they almost had a steal. Wesley and taken away now. The Knicks. Hart. No time here. Hart. He lost the ball going up. And we will go to the fourth quarter. 83-72. That's the story of the game. The Knicks just there and their lack of execution, but they put a strong third quarter, and we have a fight here in the fourth for the Knicks. The Knicks have to now put their sleeves up, work hard here in the fourth quarter. Hopefully they don't run out of gas down the stretch. It's 83-72. We're heading to fourth quarter. Full quarter time. They're gonna drop some parachute here. Parachute drop here in the San Antonio Spurs. What they got here going? So they're dropping down Herbs. All right. Fourth quarter, they're dropping stuff down. They're dropping socks from the arena on a parachute drop. People are fighting for socks. That will lead to a fight, laugh out loud. All right. He wants to be an Avenger. We're 8 and 23 from 3. That's why we're losing. Those rims are terrible tonight, Tony. I don't think Spurs aren't shooting the 3 ball either. It's the Riverwalk. That's cool. All right, we're ready to start the fourth quarter. Let's go. It's the close. Knicks were close in that third. Now this is the closest they got back again. It's a 72-83 as they ain't out of bounds. San Antonio will inbound it. $82-72. Castle. Johnson. Champagne. Now Wesley, top of the key. Wesley looking for Castle, and we get a whistle. Offensive foul. Biombo with the moving screen. That's 12 turnovers for the Spurs. Here we go. Here's Cameron Payne with the ball. Big minutes here. Can the Knicks, they need to start off this fourth quarter hot. Shamit. Who's going to score? Anunoby. Anunoby kicks it out. Cameron Payne back over to Shamit. Who's going to take an open 3. That's no good. And there's a rebound. And you're going to say Mitchell. No, Anunoby with the push. Yeah, those 3. The 3 is not going down for the Knicks. I kind of need them to go for the layups. Go attack the basket. That's the problem. They have a chance to cut and they want to shoot the 3. They want to get all 9 points in one shot. 82-72 here. San Antonio's ball. Johnson now. Wesley. Mambakella, and there's a silly foul by Shamit. Don't put the team in the bonus. Don't give up team fouls. You need every bit. You're fighting. You need every bit. Don't give up stupid fouls. Yeah, that was a bad foul. Castle went inbound. Now Castle back to Mumaseli. Oh, Mumaseli faked the 3 and drove by them. That's what he in slump again. Oh, they got the ball stolen again. No damn point guard on this team. Oh. There's a 3-point play. I hate that. We got no point guard. They get that. That's like the 4th time they lose the ball. San Antonio. Oh, man. $87-72. We're getting outplayed by these guys. Eventually, we have to learn. Eventually, they will learn. You must just want to lose, Coach Tibb. 88-72. Damn, I didn't like that play. That play has bothered me. Cameron Payne, don't take me out of this. I got to get into it, stay back in it. Here you go. Anunoby. Back again. Robinson now. He got fouled. Mitch hits the first free throw. 88-73. Karl Anthony Towns has it, saved it, right to the hands of the Spurs. Here comes the Spurs. Penny misses. Again, Mumble Kellish again. Here's a long three. Oh, that went in. Out of all the shots, that went in. Out of all these terrible shots that been going up, that went in. 91-73. I think that sealed it. I don't think the Knicks got enough to come back here. And there's still plenty of time. It's 10 minutes left. And I feel like they lost the game on that shot right there. Towns. Every shot, every ball going from a range rolls out. Those I'm telling you, this from both sides. Those rims, there's no soft touch. There's no feel. That this has been a terrible rims on both sides for Spurs. The Spurs too, but the Spurs are getting some easy buckets. There's a free throw. All right, let's see what's the answer to this question. The last two players to win Rookie of the Year for the same team. Oh, damn, Minnesota. Yeah, you're right. Wiggins and Towns. Castle now with the ball. 91-75. Castle driving. Castle, and he got fouled. Damn, Knicks losing rough. I mean, this has been the game. What the hell? They really call that. Yeah. Hits the first one. And that's a good deal for the Spurs. If Castle fell for them and that deep in the draft, that's good. Here's a three. Oh, Mitchell Robinson is there. 93-77. Rishad Shea is a pretty good player. I'm not going to lie. Argo's asleep. Argo's gone. Macho Robinson with the steal. Yeah, nothing. They weren't, and he was held there on that offensive rebound. Anunoby had that positioning. He was held. Wesley. Sohan going in. Nope. 9 minutes, under 9 minutes. I mean, there's still time, but I'm not. Every time the Knicks do something, Spurs just continue to. And there is a whistle, foul on the floor. Jack City, we're big Knicks fans and we love this team and we've been seeing all season. I just don't feel like they're gonna come. I hope I'm wrong. I hope in about 5 minutes I'm eating my words and we're excited, but I just don't feel like they're gonna come back on this game tonight. Shamit. Give it a Mitch. There you go. There you go. Gets it. 79-93. Sohan back again. Castle. Castle's going to put up a three. That was air ball. OG now. Counted and one. Just like that. 91-83. There's 8 minutes. 8 minutes. Now, why was that? Driving to the basket, like Argo says, drive, drive, drive. When you attack the basket, you go there. But when they're going to start shooting threes, it's not going to be. It's not. They can't. Not tonight. This arena, this rim is not for the outside shooting. They're going to have to get everything striking to the basket. So we have a timeout on the floor. We ain't dead. No, Des, we're not. But I said I hope I eat my words. But it's just that the three ball ain't coming in. All right, here we go. T-shirt toss. There you go. The mascot giving out shirts. There you go. Hey. Vernon says maybe we can. I'm going to wait. I already said what I'm going to say, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. Like I said, I hope I'm so wrong. We got timeout. Timeout. The Knicks are making a run. It's 93-81. She's got the face of all Knicks fans right now. Serious, no laughing. Yeah, concentrated. All right, free throws coming up for OG Anunoby. Trying to complete a three-point play. 93-81. No, Knicks fans aren't playing. We ain't playing. He fits. So 93-82. 11 points for OG, 5 rebounds. Zohan with the basketball. Now he hands it over to Johnson. Johnson over to Zohan. Zohan now nowhere to go. Zohan thought about it. Into the Twin Towers and no defense. Got to play the two-man lineup. Take advantage of going big. Here's Cameron Payne. Now Anunoby thought about it. Now top of the key. Now Cameron Payne now. Get the ball down to the post. Payne takes a three and he hits that one. One of the few threes that go down and he hits it. 93-85. It's still 7:20 left. So there's still time here. But Johnson, they got to continue to play that defense that they've been playing here in the last few minutes. Kicks it back out. Mambu Kellish, and he's been a pest. He answers that three ball back. So Mambu Kellish, Towns. Now Towns going right back to Shamit. Extra pass, Payne, Anunoby. He's going to pick a three ball. And he hits it. So shots are going down all of a sudden here. 96-86. Knicks 88. Knicks answer that back. Back to 8. Mambu Kellish now with the ball. Mambu Kellish now kicks it back out to Chris Paul. He wants a screen. He gets a screen. And now Towns leaves his man open again. And he loses it and hits the three ball. Mambu Kellish. This is something, I don't know if he's not listening to his coach, but the coach got to see that that he gets eaten up by the pick and roll and leaving his man open for three. MVP. Robinson will go to the line. So that's what the Knicks did early. They got the Spurs in some foul trouble. Now all you have to do is continue attacking the basket. But Mitch hits the first free throw here. Knicks down by 10. 99-89 with 6:19 left in the game. Mitch misses 1 of 2. Not a good free throw shooter. 99-89. 10-point deficit. San Antonio basketball. Knicks got to play some defense here. We're getting close to the 6 minute. Halfway through the quarter. Mambo Kelly thought about it underneath the Zohan. And Zohan gets the dunk. Towns now. Here's the double team. Put it up, count it, and 1. $101.89. Oh, they're doing a hack of Mitch. That's what they're doing. They're trying to force Mitchell Robinson out of the game because he's if you're the Knicks, do you keep him out there and risk? But he's bringing some good defense. He goes 1 or 2 from the line. 90-101. Here's Shamet guarding Paul. Paul now picked up by Towns. Paul versus Towns. Paul now dancing. Paul now driving. Fall away. No good. Rebound. Back again. The ball's still loose. And in the hands of the Spurs. Paul. Back over to Vassell. Vassell dancing on Towns. Kicks it back out. Paul's going to have to put this there. That's a shot clock violation. Good job by the Knicks. If you're on an NBA team, you're good. No surprises. There, correct. All right, see? The Spurs got what they wanted. The Knicks fell for it. They gave in to that trap. 101.90. Here's the 3 ball. Towns is there for the dunk. 101.92. They're going to need Towns to come up big. Johnson, back to Zohan, top of the key. Zohan now will hand it up to Paul off the curl. Paul drives it, floats it up, and he gets the soft touch. One of the few soft touches to go in. 103.92. Timely buckets there. Timely hoop for the Spurs. Knicks trailed 11. Cameron Payne thought about the 3. I'm glad he didn't take it. Towns now. Towns, they're in the foul trouble. Oh, good cut. That was an easy, good cut, good ball movement. Guys, you got to move your motion. 103.94. I like that. Johnson driving. Johnson going up strong. Misses that, but Zohan was there. Guys are not boxing out. Timeout. Under 4. Every time the Knicks do that, Knicks do a great play. They always have those missed laps on defense. Timeout. Under 4 minutes left in the game. Under 4 minutes. Homeboy dressed in a toga already. The mishaps come from playing 8 guys that are tired. Yeah, you might be right. There we go. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I never seen that movie. I know about it. I never sat down and watched the movie from start to finish. I might see a couple parts here and there. Never seen that full movie. Animal House. Never seen that full movie. It's just I never. Maybe Animal House with John Belushi. I know about it. I know the little parts. I know that where that comes from. But when they used to come on WPIX, I would go out. It was a Sunday or I was like, I'm going out. I'm going to go outside. I'm going to go play. When they used to play that a lot on WPIX. I'm pretty sure it's a good movie. I mean, yeah, Channel 11, WPIX. They used to play that a lot on WPIX. Oh, around the Christmas time, they used to play the March of the Wooden Soldiers. That was another one on PIX. Animal House was another one. The movie also Breakfast Club. I know about it. Never sat and watched the whole thing. It doesn't. It's not. It's just. They're not that type of movies, brother. That doesn't work for me, my brother. Oh, was that a movie about frat boys? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, Police Academy, they'll put that on PI when they will play once in a while on PIX on HBO. I will watch that. That was, but here we go. 105.94. And Teen Wolf, Back to the Future, of course. Towns, top of the key. Towns thought about the 3. Now Towns kicks it back out. Bridges in the baseline. Bridges driving. Bounce pass, and that's a turnover. Terrible possession there. That might deal. If they score a bucket here, that might be enough for the Spurs to hold on. Knicks might run out of time. Porky's, yeah, Porky's run. I used to watch it on HBO. That wasn't on network television. I don't think so. Zohan back again. Johnson for 3, and he got that's not the Knicks night tonight. That they got that lucky shot. 108.94. It's not the Knicks night tonight. Towns gets the rebound, puts it off the glass, and he'll go to the free throw line. Yeah, Tony, do you remember Porky's? They were basketball players, and they were the worst. Those are the worst high school basketball players in on TV. On oh my god, they were terrible. Especially Meatball. Hits the free throw. 108.95. Here's another hot take movie that I didn't ever watch. Goonies. Never watched Goonies. And I like movies. I like to watch movies. Yeah, I just met the Breakfast Club. They didn't watch it. I know about it. They're in detention on a Saturday, and they got a bunch of kids that normally won't be friends become friends because of the Breakfast Club, but never watched it. I like the soundtrack. Oh, look at this. Knicks just broke down defensively. 110-96. Here's a 3 off the mark. Rebound by Zohan. Yeah, this should be do it. 96 to 110. I think I think Jedi is hiding something from us. Which what? Which what? That what exactly is that? Because I like Back to the Future. I love all my Michael J. Fox movies. They'll be one of my favorite. That guy, Teen Wolf. There's a 3. That's it. 113 and 96. We can start talking about movies. This is over for the Knicks. We got blown out by the Spurs. Shake my hand. We're gonna lose. Nah, we're not gonna lose to the Hornets. 113 and 98. 2 minutes. No, I like the all the Michael J. Fox movies. What else is good movies in the 80s? Like Travolta with Grease. Grease 2 was stupid. Beastmaster. Remember Beastmaster? Frighteners. Of course, Gremlins. E.T. Batteries not included. Yeah. Crush Groovin'. Yes. Crush Groovin'. Yes. That was a good one. Of course, you can't miss. You can't say The Last Dragon. Leroy. Shogun. The Last Dragon. That was really good. Terminator, of course. Now you play the kid. Now. Stand By Me. Red Dawn. Red Dawn was a good movie. Red Dawn was the first original Red Dawn. Of course, that's my favorite of all time. Return of the Jedi. That's my favorite, man. Tucker's in. Kolak. There's that stiff right. Ferris Bueller Day Off. Yeah, that was a good movie too. I'm not gonna lie. Look at Kolak. Bueller. Trading Places. Yes, yes. Beverly Hills Cop. Yo, great movie. This guy hit the 3. This guy had 32 points. This stiff. A little too late now. What a win for the Spurs. The Knicks battled, but they were their own worst enemy. Under a minute, as we continue to talk about 80 good 80 movies. Of course, in the 70s, though, the early 80s were Warriors. That was Swamp Thing. I remember seeing that one. The French Connection with of course. Bruce Lee movies were always good. Masters of the Universe. You remember that one? Of course, one of my favorites, and I love the series for Cobra Kai, but Karate Kid. Gotta love Karate Kid. That soundtrack for Karate Kid 1 was really good. Remember that movie Heavy Metal? That was a cartoon. But the Knicks lose this one. Looks like they're going to lose 120 to 105. That's a bad loss. Bad loss. We're talking about movies. We're talking about tacos. With everything but this Knicks. The Knicks, yeah. 120 to 105. They lose by 15. And they're celebrating like they just won the NBA title again. Okay. They feel good for their team. They know he outplayed his coverage. Oh, of course, Rocky 3. Who's not going to love Rocky 3? Kolak in 2 minutes, 2 points, 1 assist. Did more than Josh Hart, who played 38 minutes. The Knicks lose ugly. Laugh out loud. They needed the confetti. Yeah, they needed confetti. But good job there, Stefan Castle. Good job for him and the Spurs. Good win for the Spurs. They protected their home court and then allowed the Knicks to come in there. The Knicks battled, but once again, it's just they battled at the intensity was brought up at the wrong time. As we hear them there, cut it. Yeah, like they said in the arena, they cut it down to a couple times to 8 points. Here's the thing: when it came to the Knicks, they run out of gas. The Knicks lost because the coach hands down didn't need Brunson to beat an injured team. No, they didn't need Brunson to beat that injured team. They have done substitution patterns better? Yeah, we could debate that. Yes, they could have made some better substitution patterns. I'm trying to think of what could the Knicks done really. Here's one thing that I saw. I'm trying to find a positive. I don't know how long Tom Thibodeau is going to play these two guys together. When you see Karl-Anthony Towns and Mitchell Robinson both on the floor, they're impactful defensively. Also, teams don't, even if they get by Cat, you have Robinson coming from the weak side to defend, or vice versa. How many minutes Tom Thibodeau is willing to play those two guys on the floor? I know Mitchell's getting acclimated, trying to get his win back, getting his feet under. Will he play them more? Well, to me, that showed that was a strong force. Here's the thing that sucks. If Poto was healthy, that was another player. Because let's face it, Precious Achiuwa, he's Heckle and Jekyll. He felt like he wasn't invested in this game. He felt like he didn't give a. He had no motivation to want to play this game. He played terrible the first half, where I guess he got benched for the second half of the game. I don't think he played. I don't think he got off the bench the second half for the Knicks. And that would have been a game for Precious Achiuwa to be very active, defensively, help defensively work. But if he doesn't play, if Precious Achiuwa isn't going to help out, the more and more the Jericho Sims trade seems to be more a detriment, because he would have loved to see, because Poto ain't coming back. But if Jericho would have been around, you had Towns, Jericho, Robinson. You know what? I could put Towns on the 4 and have Jericho and Mitch out there. And when Towns sits, you can still keep Jericho and Mitchell Robinson. You always had those two big presence to defend the paint, and we can't see that. We're not going to see it. Poto ain't coming back either. They're not going to bring Moses Brown from the G League. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to. And ask him to come in and command minutes for the Knicks. So I don't know. It's a crazy one. We'll find out. Here's the good thing about it. They flush this out. They'll end up at San Antonio. From San Antonio, they go to Charlotte, and we'll be back on tomorrow night to see the Knicks take on the Charlotte Hornets. So join us tomorrow night, everyone on X, on Twitter, and this is let me read Mr. Johnny Davis's. This was a terrible. This was terrible. Head should roll here. Sorry, it's not. This is a type of game where Johnny Davis. I don't think they'll say heads roll. I think what they'll do is they'll keep that as a back. Again, they just came from 11-day road trip from the West Coast. They played just one game at the Garden, and then they back on the road. So that was a tough turnaround. Hopefully they could win tomorrow in Charlotte, salvage that before moving on. Let's see how they look tomorrow, how they come out, Johnny, how they look out tomorrow, and then we'll see. Then we could go back to this question or this statement that you made here currently right now. So we shall see. So again, guys, have a wonderful night, man. We'll be back on. We'll be ready to go. Right, rock and roll. We'll be back here to do some more basketball, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Buenas noches. Have a good one. Thanks again. Appreciate everyone on the playback, everyone on Rumba, on Twitch, on X, on the assist app. It worked. First time I tried assist with the playback, the creators told me it wasn't going to work. And guess what? Assist people. I know you watch our streams. The administrator, it worked. So it worked. So we added something new that you didn't know. So the Sports Jedi Network continues to make a trailblazing in the streaming platform.